Alright, so in parts 1 and 2 of the HVAC series, I showed you the before and the after of the furnace and the air conditioning, and I showed you the before of the hot water heater. So this is the after of the hot water heater, and we chose a Bradford White, which everything online that I could find and every contractor that I took a bid from said Bradford White is pretty much the top of the line that you can go. So I'll put a picture next to this after so that you can compare in this video what this looks like, but I'll just describe it also. So the old water heater was right where this new expansion tank is. So it was right here in this area, and then you can see the drain is right down there, and you can see the old circle from where the old water heater was. So it was on that side, and so obviously they put this one over here because this is a 75 gallon, the other one was a 50 gallon, so it's significantly larger. They redid all the piping right here and up here because it had outdated on and off ball. Why can't I think of the name? But you know what I'm saying. It had outdated on and off switches for the pipes. This now has what code requires, which everybody should really have, is an expansion tank right here. So they installed that, did the new venting and everything, and looks really clean. New gas line down there, and then it also has new drainage down there into that drain area, and also the pan, which is required by code. Everybody should have that now too, for if something burst or was leaking. So super impressed with what they did. Everything is clean, it's accessible. The plumber, who I'll put a image of his company also, he works with Emporia Home Services, and he also does, he's a master plumber, and he does their plumbing projects, and then he's allowed to also contract out if someone needs extra plumbing help. He was awesome. He explained everything. He even found some things, which I'm going to do another video on, that need fixing in the future. And I researched everything. I know he's being honest about it, and I can just tell by the way he was talking. So he's not just trying to drum up business, but he actually found some things. So, but everything he did is so clean here that he actually said, he's like, I almost put myself out of business because if I had to replace this myself now, a lot of this now, instead of being a mess and things that have to be fixed, is now plug and play. So if I had to do this myself, it would be much, much easier just to DIY it rather than hire someone. Although you could hire someone, it would be a lot less because, again, it's like a plug and play. You just take the old one out, redo the connections, and you're done. Versus what they had to do, which was repipe everything, clean it all up, add an expansion tank, and all that. So I'm very happy with what they did. It's much cleaner, much more accessible. Knock wood, so far everything is working wonderfully, and I have no complaints so far. And the home inspector, the code inspector came out, and the only thing that he said is there was a something with the breaker that needed to be fixed, like a 15 amp. There was something there that needed to be fixed. And then, although this is supported right here, this expansion tank is supported, he apparently wants it to have better support, I guess, underneath. I'm not really sure. But Emporia Home Services immediately said, we will be back out on Monday. So it's right after Thanksgiving. They'd be back out on Monday, and they would take care of all of that. So no hesitation, immediate communication after the code inspector was here, which is wonderful, and which is why I paid attention to that when I was first taking bids. Who's responsive, who has guarantees, who has great reviews. These are all things that matter. So that's the hot water heater after. Already did the furnace after and the AC after. And then what's coming up, I will go into a lot of detail. I will show you some of the contracts and the numbers and the bidding process. I will tell you what things I looked for, what things made me choose one contractor over another, and then some other things to look for in terms of the after. And so I'll be doing follow-ups. My furnace is a two-stage furnace, and I can tell you one video I'm definitely going to do is how to know whether it's cycling from 1 or 2 cycles, because it's very hard to tell and it hasn't been super cold here in Colorado yet. Um, and I know that's a lot of the questions that people ask online is how do I know my two-stage furnace or my two-stage air conditioning is actually using both stages. So lots of details like that are coming up. This was just more of a quick video on the after. Again, a 75-gallon Bradford White water heater put in, all the piping redone, and an expansion tank added. All the drainage is clean now and much safer and better than it was before. And other than that, yeah, just look for these updates on the series. And again, lots more details to take you through an entire beginning to end project process for your house. So hope you're enjoying it so far, and I will see you on the next one.